How to broil a steak. If you love a good steak, this is a simple way to cook one that maximizes the flavor. You will need a broiler, oil, a broiling pan, salt and pepper, a steak, and a roasting pan. Step 1. Heat the broiler to its hottest temperature setting and brush oil on the broiling pan. Step 2. Add salt and pepper to the steak. Broiling brings out the natural flavor of a steak, so salt and pepper are all you need to season it. Step 3. Place the steak on the pan and put the pan about 6 inches from the heat source. Step 4. Broil the steak for 4 to 6 minutes on each side, depending on how well done you like it. Do not open the door to peek at the steak. You want the steak to be cooking at a high and consistent temperature. Step 5. Take the steak out and turn off the broiler. Let it rest in the pan so the juices can settle and the meat can cool. After 5 minutes, serve and enjoy. Did you know? London broil refers to any of 4 beef steaks that are often on the tough side: flank steak, sirloin, top round, and bottom round.
To cook London broil. This classic way to prepare juicy steak will have your mouth watering in no time. You will need 2 to 2 1/4 pounds of London broil, 1 1/4 inches thick, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice, 6 large garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh rosemary, 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, salt and pepper, béarnaise sauce, a vegetable, and a potato. Step 1. Place the steak in a heavy, large, resealable plastic bag. Step 2. Make the marinade by pureeing the remaining ingredients in a blender or food processor and season the mixture with salt and pepper. Step 3. Pour the marinade into the bag with the beef and seal the bag. Let the meat marinate at room temperature for 2 hours or in the refrigerator for 6 hours, occasionally turning the bag. Step 4. Preheat your oven broiler or heat your grill to medium-high heat and then broil or grill the steak to your desired doneness. Cook 5 minutes per side for a rare steak, 8 minutes per side for medium, and 10 to 12 minutes per side for a well-done steak. Step 5. Transfer your steak to a platter and let it stand for 15 minutes. Then slice it thinly against the grain and serve it with béarnaise sauce, a vegetable, and a potato. Bon appétit! Did you know? An estimated 60 million Americans use their backyard barbecue grills on the 4th of July. How to cook prime rib. Prepare prime rib the right way and you'll have a tender, delectable roast your dinner guests are sure to enjoy. You will need a 9-pound prime rib roast, paper towels, butter, a knife, a roasting pan, a meat thermometer, drippings, optional, a butcher. Step 1. Select a top quality grade of beef for your prime rib. USDA Prime is best, followed by USDA Choice and USDA Select. The better the grade, the more flavorful and tender the roast will be. Ask the butcher to trim excess fat, leaving a layer to protect and baste the roast as it cooks. Step 2. Let the roast come to room temperature. Pat it dry with a paper towel. Step 3. Rub some butter on the cut ends. Cut 1/2-inch deep slits on the top and sides of the roast and cover it with seasoning rub. Step 4. Place the roast in a heavy metal roasting pan, fat side facing up. Step 5. Place the roast in an oven that has been preheated to 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes and then reduce the temperature to 325 degrees for the remainder of the cooking time. Baste it every half hour. After 2 hours of cooking time at 325 degrees, the roast should be medium rare. Step 6. Insert a meat thermometer in the roast about an hour and a half into cooking time. When the thermometer reaches 120 degrees, rare, 140 degrees, medium, or 160 degrees, well done, remove the roast from the oven and cover it with foil. Let the meat rest for 30 minutes. Step 7. Carve the roast with a long, sharp knife and serve the slices with small dishes of drippings for dipping. Did you know? Lawry's restaurant, which specializes in prime rib, became a beacon for Hollywood glitterati when it opened in Beverly Hills in 1938.
To make Boeuf Bourguignon. This French stew, first made famous in America by Julia Child, is the perfect dinner for those cold winter nights. You will need a 1/4 pound of thick sliced bacon, 3 pounds of chuck stew beef, salt and pepper, 1/3 cup of flour, 1 to 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 6 to 7 tablespoons of butter, a 1/2 cup of brandy, 4 stems of fresh parsley, 1 stalk of celery without leaves, 4 sprigs of fresh thyme, 2 cloves, 2 bay leaves, 2 medium onions, 3 large garlic cloves, 2 carrots, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 bottle of dry red wine, 2 to 3 cups of beef stock, 1 pound of small boiling onions, 1 pound of sliced white mushrooms, and 2 to 3 pounds of new potatoes. Equipment: kitchen string. Step 1. Cook the bacon in boiling salted water in the saucepan for 3 minutes, then drain and set aside. Step 2. Pat the beef dry with paper towels and season it with salt and pepper. Then, coat the beef with the flour in 2 batches by shaking them together in a 1-quart plastic bag. Step 3. Brown the beef in 1 tablespoon oil plus 1.5 tablespoons of the butter over medium-high heat in the stew pot. Then, move the browned beef to the mixing bowl. Do not overcrowd the beef. Brown in 2 or 3 batches, adding oil if needed. Step 4. Pour out any remaining oil and add the brandy to the pot. Boil the brandy over high heat for 1 minute, stirring constantly while scraping the browned bits. Then pour the deglazing liquid over the beef. Step 5. Strip the leaves from the parsley stems and set them aside. With kitchen string, tie the stems, celery, thyme, cloves, and bay leaves together. Stick the cloves into the celery stalk so they won't fall out. Step 6. Melt 1 tablespoon of butter in the pot. Add the boiled bacon and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Finally, chop the onions and garlic and cut the carrot into 1/4-inch slices. Sauté the vegetables for 5 minutes until the onions are soft. Step 7. Stir in the tomato paste and cook for 1 minute. Then add the wine, tied herbs, and the meat with deglazing liquid. Add enough stock to just cover the meat. Simmer for 3.5 to 4 hours, partially covered, until tender. Step 8. Lightly brown the boiling onions with 1 tablespoon of butter in the saucepan. Season with salt and pepper. Add 2 cups of water and simmer, partially covered, for 15 minutes until they're tender. Then reduce for another 5 to 10 minutes. Step 9. Sauté the mushrooms in 1 tablespoon of butter for 8 minutes until the liquid evaporates. Then add the new potatoes, season with salt and pepper, and boil until tender. Step 10. Season the boiled potatoes with the remaining butter and the reserved parsley leaves. Stir the onions and mushrooms into the stew. Remove the tied herbs and skim off any fat. Serve with the potatoes. Bon appetit! Did you know? Before she became one of the world's best-known chefs, Julia Child aspired to be a spy.
How to make meatballs. You don't have to be a top chef to make meatballs. Just follow the steps in this recipe and you'll have the perfect pasta accompaniment in no time. You will need 1 egg, a sandwich roll, 1 pound of ground beef, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, some coarse salt and ground pepper, 1 3/4 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 28 ounces of crushed canned tomatoes, 15 ounces of whole peeled canned tomatoes, and a pinch of sugar. Equipment: a food processor. Optional: a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Step 1. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. While it's heating, lightly beat the egg. Step 2. Tear the roll into pieces and pulse it in the food processor until you have fine breadcrumbs. Then, toss them in the bowl with 1/3 of a cup of water. Substitute breadcrumbs if you prefer. Step 3. Add the ground beef, egg, 1 teaspoon of the garlic, 2 teaspoons of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 3/4 of teaspoon of the oregano, mixing until everything is combined. Then, form the mixture into meatballs. Step 4. Heat the oil in a heavy pot over medium-high heat, swirling it around to coat the pot. Then, add the meatballs, cooking them until they're browned and turning them occasionally. Step 5. Break up the whole tomatoes and add them, with the crushed tomatoes, to the pot. Add the remaining garlic and oregano along with a pinch of sugar and season the sauce with salt and pepper. Step 6. Bring the sauce to a boil and then reduce the heat for a rapid simmer. Cook the meatballs in the sauce for 15 minutes until they're cooked through. Enjoy over the pasta of your choice. Did you know? According to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, over a 20-year period, the average portion size for spaghetti and meatballs went from 1 cup spaghetti with sauce and 3 small meatballs to 2 cups spaghetti with sauce and 3 large meatballs, a difference of 525 calories.
How to prepare a traditional roast beef. Make this juicy roast the centerpiece of your next holiday dinner, or just treat your family to a really nice meal. You will need a 5 to 6 pound boneless top sirloin beef roast, salt, freshly ground black pepper, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 6 to 8 garlic cloves. Equipment: a Dutch oven or deep skillet, a roasting pan with a rack, a meat thermometer, and a cutting board. Step 1. Remove the roast from the fridge about an hour before cooking so it comes to room temperature. Step 2. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Trim any fat that's thicker than a ½ inch. Leave the rest. It will keep the beef moist. Step 3. Sprinkle salt and freshly ground black pepper over the entire roast, according to taste. Step 4. Heat the olive oil and garlic in a Dutch oven or a deep skillet. Step 5. Brown the entire roast, about 4 minutes per side, then transfer it fat side up to a roasting pan with a rack. Put it in the oven. Step 6. Check the roast with a meat thermometer after it's been roasting for approximately 70 minutes. Continue checking once every 10 minutes until the roast reaches an internal temperature of 130 degrees. Let it roast longer if you want the meat cooked beyond medium rare. Step 7. Remove the roast from the oven and transfer it to a cutting board. Let it rest 20 minutes before carving. A 6-pound roast will provide about 24 3-ounce servings. Enjoy! Did you know? The average American eats almost 3.5 pounds of beef per month, according to the National Cattlemen's Beef Association.